Hello, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to, I would say, last weekend of online session of Umzansi Esports League. My name is Oshin Sharma, and alongside me, it's going to be one person that's going to be the analyst out here. But for now, the things that have been through the journey, the journey that has been out here, it has been amazing. It has been tremendous. I was off the charts, but I've learned so much about the teams, about the players, if it's a team game, then teams. If it's a players game, then players. Talking about FIFA, talking about Tekken CSGO and PUBG as well, with the finals coming right around the corner and everything. It has been amazing. But without any further ado, let's introduce my analyst out here for the session. It's going to be none other than Fixers. So, man, you've been out here.
Yeah.
You've seen a couple of games. How have you seen the transition from games to games? The first week to the last weekend of the online session. I want to ask you, how beautiful it has been.
Well, it has been a roller coaster of a journey, to be honest, because during the first rounds of FIFA, let's talk about FIFA since it's our first segment, and we had seen a few players step up, a few players that had kind of underperformed but have stepped up in the later stages. So we have seen players like Beast Pionchi scoring 13 goals, and then look at him, he's on the top right now. But if you talk about the players that are going to be playing today, we have Deevak and Dragon786 Milla. So, Milla is definitely having some trouble over here. He's just got that one game, and he's looking to end things in style.
So if not anything, there's one thing that I would say. If I see Deevak's stats, look at this. 0 losses. He has ended on draws. He has ended on wins, obviously. But then 0 losses means one thing, right? He's not here to lose. He's not on the top as well. But then still, he is not here to lose. On the other side, Milla, it's a complete different story. So if you're talking about the numbers, if you're talking about the stuff out here, do you think there's something that's separating? I want to ask you, Milla's gameplay from Deevak's. What is it when you see their matches? Is it the mentality? Is it how they, go with the flow, or what?
Well, it's all about the momentum, how they, kick things off, who gets those first initial goals. Because, if you talk about Deevak, he still has this one game that he has to play today. And if he wins that, he is skyrocketing all the way up to the top. So that is definitely a possibility out there. But if you then come down to it, talking about Milla over here, so he's had his troubles lately. He has had trouble finding the momentum. And that is what exactly I was talking about, right? In this initial days, he was good, but then he kind of just fizzled out.
That's enough of the conversation from our side. I'm much more excited to see what happens on the field and what happens with the casters, as we'll be getting right away with the game. So casters, take it away.
Holy shit, this fucking Snoopy's popping up. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We have the UMZANSI League FIFA tournament going on here. Oshin Sharma through to us, wearing the coolest suit I've seen in the history of esports. Man, retired esports host and just start for the next John Wick. You're looking that. Deevak taking on Dragon Milla. I don't have to ask you who you think's going to win this, but how deep the game is going to run today.
So the question isn't necessarily the bleeding is going to run, right? It's probably going to be 5-6 goals in favor of Deevak overall, but very similar to what we saw in the last week. If Deevak wins this, he's suddenly number one. But even if he wins this, it's still going to be down to Masum tomorrow night to determine overall who's going to grab the number 1 seed here in the UMZANSI Esports League. So Deevak, he's going to probably win, but imagine he draws, because not like Dragon Milla has lost every game. He's actually has some draws. If this ends up being a draw, that is the worst case scenario for Deevak, because then there's no opportunity really for him to be able to win, and then it's all in Masum's hands tomorrow. So this is going to be Deevak playing like the devil is on his shoulder right now.
So let me give the stream insight into the behind the scenes of the UMZANSI League. So one of our esteemed casters approached me. They said they're going to do interview with players, etc., building content up for Nodwin. And they were like, listen here, who is the top of the FIFA log? And I looked at this person and I was like, this is a very complicated question here, because we have so many people competing right now, but it comes down to this, Snare. We have Deevak, who has a game up against Dragon Milla. He's the 99% favorite here. So we should win to put him at the absolute top of the log. But the complication comes now. We have Masum taking on Riyasit tomorrow, his teammate, who has the chance to win the league undisputedly. If he beats Riyasit tomorrow, he will be top of the log and he will be our number 1 player in this league. But he is playing up against Riyasit, who is undisputedly one of the best FIFA players in South Africa, in my opinion.
So exactly, like you mentioned, anything can happen, right? Though it might not be the case that he's been showing his top form thus far here in the Umzansi Esports League, when he has shown his top form, it has been against the Julios of this world. It's been against the Deevaks, the Unfazed. So the wins he's gotten has been against the top shelf competition. So literally anything can happen at the last moment. We do not know. So the excitement is going to be building. So this is always another thing we'd love to see, right? Where the last 2 days are actually the most important days in the entire Umzansi Esports League. But before we get to that, we're going to have to see today because, one thing that's been interesting, we haven't seen Dragon Milla here on stream in a couple of weeks, but we haven't seen a lot of more of the crossing game that he sort of pioneered early on in the Umzansi Esports League, playing more of a pivotal role in scoring some goals. So I don't know whether or not it's going to be playing into his favor, but it's a thing that somehow has been working out. But to be fair, for players who are ranked 1 and 2 in the league, right? It's been working for them, not necessarily for Dragon Milla, who's right, unfortunately, at the bottom right now.
So I want to go back to the point that you're saying that it's coming down to the crux of it. Literally the last game week of the Umzansi League for the FIFA section is the deciding week, right? And you know what this reminds me of? And we said this on last week's broadcast. It's like when Man City won the league. It was a case of United were already writing their names on the trophy. And then Sergio Aguero in the last second was like, check it me, 96th minute league winning goal, right? So I'm getting that vibe. It's going to come down to that match tomorrow. I know we're supposed to be hyping up Deevak versus Dragon Milla, but unless Dragon Milla really pulls something out of the hat that we've never seen before, I'm not expecting a pretty game. I think Deevak has been one of the undisputed hottest players of the tournament. I feel like he should have been on the top of the log in the game against Unfazed. He got unlucky in both the first leg and the second leg. So I would at least want him to finish second in this league, Snare. I think he deserves that. If he's lucky and Masum and Riyasat matches a bloodbath and it's only a draw or a loss for Masum, he will win the league. But yeah, it's really coming down to the wire. Yeah.
It's kind of crazy to think about the fact that if not for that draw that you were mentioning up against Unfazed, he would have actually been number 1 right now, Deevak. He's had one of the more consistent performances across the entire league, so just to see whether or not he can fulfill the performance here. So, and okay, this is something new. Deevak is gonna be showing a little bit of that BM going in for the Crystal Palace matchup instead of picking in a real team. This is BM. This is BM. I don't know what BM else could be, but this right here definitely fits the description.
Listen, I love what Deevak is doing here. We come from a PC gaming background, right? We see the attempts in terms of like BMing in the Dota world, in the Counter-Strike world, etc. But in the freaking console game world, in the Tekkens, in the FIFAs, this is where confidence plays such a big role in the game as a whole, because there's so much momentum based in this game. And look at it, Deevak already applying the pressure here from Dragon Milla's defensive passes, but he makes a beautiful cross here. Is he going to get punished? Mane has a lot of space. Can he convert here? He's got a lot of space. He's passing. No, Milla. We had so much time there, so that should have been a goal.
How did that actually end up happening, right? If you're playing into the position as Dragon Milla with Liverpool, that should have been a guaranteed goal. But now, suddenly, on the opposite end of the pitch, Deevak will not be able to break through this. This is one of the great things.
So like I was just thinking about this, right? Okay, Deevak back on attack before I get to my thoughts, right? He's on the move here with Milla, dribbling the ball fairly nicely. Oh, look at that back step. Looks like Michael Jackson with the moonwalk there. But still has the ball in a great position here. Still holding on to Townsend. Gets it over to Zaha. Wilfred Zaha, star player for this team. Not going to be able to convert there. Dragon Milla defends decently there, but he makes a questionable pass there in the back half. But he kicks it out. Henderson going to hold on to the ball for now. Passing the ball around nicely. Virgil van Dijk. The stone wall usually. Going to send it over to Gomez. Gomez running it up the pitch. He's playing very slow, Dragon Milla. We see this a lot from him where he passes the ball around in defense to look for those crosses. But like we see in the past, he gave the ball away cheaply. So it might cost him. Deevak, he's shown he can convert from these areas before. Going to send the ball down to the middle of the pitch. Holding on to it quite nicely now. Zaha is the man I expect him to make most of the plays with. And now, oh, beautiful skill move. Goes for the shot. Oh, he gets blocked. So good defense from Dragon Milla. Keeping himself level for now in these 16 minutes of play so far. We'll have a cross now. Deevak actually gets dispossessed. Gets another corner though. Can he convert? Running with it now. Milla holding onto the ball. Trying to lure out some defenders here. And he's done a good job of that. Now Zaha turns one player, but he's going to get dispossessed there. Beautiful tackle from Dragon Milla in the 99% of the pitch where you like to score, right? That's where you usually see the goal come from, right in that 9-yard box. And now we see the cross come out. Mane gonna get dispossessed there. Deevak completely controlling the game right now. As expected, even when Crystal Palace still looks solid as ever. But his passing in the last echelons of the pitch, not been that great so far now.
Yeah, he's not having the easiest time, but this is kind of to be expected. He's still right now going to be in the box, looking for this goal with Wilfred Zaha, but not going to be able to find it just yet. I think one of the things as well for Deevak is maybe not necessarily just trying to flex onto Dragon Miller right now, but he also recognizes that, sometimes to get back to basics, you need to put on some training weights. I'm looking forward to seeing whether or not it's actually going to work out for him. For the most part, he's still been able to find himself in dominant positions. His passing has been good. It's just been down to the players not being good enough to succeed. And, okay, free corner kick. This is nice. This is always beautiful.
So I was praising the quote-unquote BM earlier, right? This is where the issue comes, right? If he wins this match, which I assume he will on the side of Deevak, he will be at, I'm not sure the numbers, but he will be at the point where he'll be at top of the log. But if Masum draws, I believe he'll tie Deevak. So, if he doesn't win this match in enough goal difference, he's in trouble. I don't know, I could be wrong, and I think Masum will only have a 1-point lead if he wins. So maybe the draw doesn't matter. Deevak, it's a must-win game for Masum to win the league. But on some miracle, if it does become a tie in points, the goal difference is going to make a big difference. And I think if he was playing with the Barcelona of France, he could be 2 or 3 goals up already, Snap.
That might be the case right now, but, maybe putting some training weights on, because let's not forget that this is not necessarily the end of the road, ultimately, just over the course of the league. There is still finals weekend coming up, but that's still going to be a future conversation. I think right now for him, there is still 2 legs, right? So even if the first leg doesn't necessarily go in his direction, if he's able to scrape away 1 or 2 goals over the course of the first 90 minutes, then he can just switch to a much more aggressive play style and make the rest happen quite easily for him. That being said, Dragon Miller now going to take advantage, getting a deep pass onto the other side. I'm going to see the signature Dragon Miller cross. Regrettably, it goes a signature Dragon Miller way. No goal going to be resulting from that one. And the game will still be level.
And I love the way Dragon Miller plays the game. He has his own take on how the game should be played. He has his own unique arsenal. But I do feel like over the course of UMZANSI League, I would like to see him add more to the repertoire. If he had that in addition to the standard way FIFA is played, maybe a lot more dynamic player, I think. But still, learning phase is his first big tournament. And now talking about big moments. There we go. Oof. Oh, the block.
Nice. So Dragon Miller still maintaining himself at 0-0. Gonna get dispossessed, however. Wilfred Zaha back in possession inside the box. The dribbles will be there. But this is the risk you take. As you were mentioning, at this point, it's probably not 2 or 1 or 2 or 3, but maybe even 5 goals in if he was using a better team. And it does seem... The first goal now does finally come in right there. Deevak. Okay. Makes that happen. Probably a little bit more difficult for himself than it should probably be ultimately, but Townsend able to secure the first goal for him.
I was about to talk smack. I was going to be like, look at him, man. Yeah, Zaha's a good player, but he had a clear capital opportunity that he should have scored there. He messed up, and he was like, man, chill out. I'm Deevak. I'm going to make this work. And now he might have a chance to score a second here. Zaha making a great run. Going to pull the ball back. Does he have a chance to score? Is he going to go for the shot? Oh, he gets tackled 1. Too many touches there, Snare.
Yeah, if he had a better player in that situation, might have been able to make the additional dribble. But however, it still ends up winning the free corner kick from Dragon Miller. And the short kick will come out. Thomas Meyer recycles it back onto Wilfred Zaha. In the middle of the pitch, these dribbles. Oh my goodness, look at this place, Deevak. Okay, this is genuine, proper BM. Come on, man. Calm down. Relax. Show some respect to the opponent. I'm glad Dragon Miller was like, come on, man. What are you talking about? But the danger's not completely clear here. Yo.
I can't decide if it's a you love to see it or you hate to see it moment. I really can't. I'm being honest, which is it's a bit shocking that I can't just say, yo, where's the professionalism, etc. But we come from Dota world. We love the BM, right? That's just part of our culture. Yep. So, Deevak, show up, man. If you're going to do this, get more goals in because you've only got 1 so far, my friend. Your peers have got significantly more at this point. So, Deevak, can you do it? Has a chance here. Zaha got some space. Oh, too cheeky there, Snare.
Disappointed. Mediocre. That's what we say to this BM right now. Listen, if you're going to trash the opponent, do it properly when you have 3-4 goals. Remember last week what we saw at the very end of the matchup where they're just random dribbles coming out. And you're like, you know what, Julio, we get it. You know, you're beating Unfazed right now. You have earned the right to be able to randomly dribble around his goalkeeper instead of securing the goals. Right now, Deevak, you haven't done enough, my friend. Only one goal. Come on. You have to earn the right to BM the opponent. And thus far, as you've seen, week in, week out, one goal is literally nothing here in the FIFA 20 portion of the Umzansi Esports League. So you got to step your game up if you want to make this much trash happen.
Okay, so Snare, on the topic of the finals, going into the finals, right? I mean, Julio is a player prior to this Umzansi League we thought would be the overwhelming favorite, right? I mean, it's Julio the Beast Bianchi. But for a lot of the weeks, we were seeing a lot of woes from Julio, not winning games that he usually would, right? But at the end of it, the way he beat Unfazed, I mean, going to the finals, regardless of the standings, he is looking like my favorite right now because Unfazed undoubtedly was sat at the top of the log for a while and was looking like one of the scariest players. God, I mean, like you said, Julio didn't just beat him, he styled on him. And while he was messing around, so to speak, the way Deevak is doing here, he was banging in goals left, right, and center. So, finals is going to be a scary situation. That's what I have to say.
I'm just going to say, don't cut out the man on face because that was the first time he actually lost with Barcelona. Consider that, my friend. So, let's not go too deep. Let's see what's going to happen. But speaking of what's going to happen, second half now underway. Dragon Milla, only one goal down. That offside. I feel like the linesman there was a bit telepathic, able to read that pretty deep on the pitch.
I wish Dragon Miller could convert the chances he could create because that first ball he made where he made that beautiful long pass to Mane was like his perfect, like his tactic working to full effect there, and with the speed advantage he has with Mane against these Crystal Palace wings, I think he could have put himself ahead here, right? But again, a learning experience for Dragon Miller. This is his first major tournament snare. We can't forget that. So he's been showing improvement over the weeks. Again, I will emphasize the point. More dimensions needs to be added to his game. But eventually, I like to see him get there because he has been one of the most dedicated players here so far. No matter if he's losing 10, he keeps on trying his best. He shows up for these games. And he's only one behind here. And he makes a beautiful pass to Mane. Can he convert though? His teammates running in here to aid him. But again, Deevak, too cool, calm, collected on defense. The composure, too great for him to compete with there.
Nonetheless, even though he was able to snuff that out at the very end of it, he was unable to initially read out that pass, and this pass is not going to succeed for Deevak either. And that pass actually wasn't even due to the fact that he was using a bad team. Dragon Miller was able to position himself well, so the learning experience, it has been a crucible, to be sure, for the boy, but he's been out here learning. Will end up giving away the ball. But one of the things we've been loving to see is the fact that he's not actually giving up like you were mentioning. That being said though, Deevak still wants to increase his lead here in the first leg, hoping that he doesn't have to feel like, man, I made a huge mistake picking this team. Looking for the second goal right now inside the middle of the box. Oh man, what a save! What? Did you see that?
Was that a save or he hit the crossbar?
That was a save, my G. That was a save. Was that a save? Oh no, crossbar. Okay. I thought that was a save. That looks so good. Okay. Whew.
Snare, we might be in the year 2020, but your vision certainly isn't. But I also wanted to make, now I'm on the topic of memes here. You know what you would be, Snare? That strict parent. You know your kid's going to come home from school one day, be like, Dad, the last test, I failed, but now I got a B. And you're going to look him in the eye and be like, bro, where's your A? I can see it already.
But that's why I'm not going to have kids, bro.
The universe thanks you, Snare. I'm kidding. Deevak back in a dangerous position.
Yeah, he's looking for the goal right now.
Townsend, the man who made it happen before. Gonna pass it over this time. Sends it back to Zaha, the mover and shaker, who we expected to see the big things from, but he hasn't converted in his moments just yet, Snare.
Honestly, like, it is really seeming like Deevak is using as many opportunities with a weaker team to try and find his opportunity as possible. Now he's looking for these dribbles inside the box, gets snuffed out, but at the same time always looking threatening with players that are much worse. Imagine what's going to happen. What a tackle! And now he actually is in forward with several attacking players. Will he be able to find the opportunity? Wilfred Zaha inside the box, get the dribble forward. He's going to be able to get the shot through, but Allison, this time around, it is going to be a save. You can't tell me that my vision messed that up. Gets the corner kick.
You are on the ball there, Snare, but you know me agreeing with you is not enough to be a fact. Otherwise, the world would be a very different place than it is right now. But you know what it looks like? But let me just cast this play quickly. Townsend in a consistent position. Holding the ball nicely once again,
Oh,
but the
gives
pass
away.
not going to make it through. You know what it's like watching Mr. Deevak play right now? It's like watching an entire team of Nicolas Pepe's play. All the skills in the world we see, right?
Just
But
can't
the
score.
conversion, a bit iffy.
Just can't score. Just can't score. He might be given a chance right now though because the ball was given away. Andre Ayew will be able to throw it in from the touchline. Gets it into Mayer. There are some opportunities here to try and build up this play. He's gonna have to dribble a little bit forward, but now Mayer in the middle of the box, will he be able to find an opportunity to shoot? He's been blocked off by the minute. He's claims possession though. This is the chance for him right now. Finally gonna be the goal. Deevak makes it 2-0 with Crystal Palace and Maximilian Mayer. Oh man, with the Frenchie. It's not just about getting the W in this game, but about putting the BM on the opponent. And then to make things worse, even takes out the play he scored with like, meh, I can do better. Oh my goodness. Deevak, we get it, fam. You're a pretty good player. We understand.
I just got a message from my man Wasim. He's like, Snare, what are you saying, bro? And I think, Snare, you should channel that energy and be like, you're saying what you needs to be said, bro.
This is what needs to be said. Yo, this is one of those situations, right, where Deevak, I'm sure up until this point, has been somewhat frustrated by the fact he's only been able to get one goal. And 2 isn't the greatest, but I kind of feel like this is somewhat vindication for him. Like, okay, I'm good enough to be able to get 2-0 with Crystal Palace, probably even more at this stage of the game. It's not necessarily just about the teams that have been playing, because that's a discussion we've been having throughout the Umzansi Esports League, right? How important are the teams and the tactics that you employ? But Deevak trying to prove right now that just on the skills on the sticks, my G, he can put out the W's like it's nothing.
And I don't doubt him. I mean, we see a lot of this sort of, behind the scenes sort of, okay, we're going to flex on our skills here. We don't need to play the meta. I mean, we saw Moby and Metronome do the same thing. I mean, the Wasim I referenced earlier is Metronome from Bravado as well, where they played with Arsenal and Man United, right? So it's like, okay, these guys know they can't make it to the top echelons of this league anymore, so they're going to put on the show that they want to, right? Both of them, one's an Arsenal fan, one's a United fan. So we're seeing a lot of, I think, cool things from the players so far. I feel like they're really putting on the show that we'd like to see. But again, I do agree with your point that Deevak got to be scoring more, man. Your peers have been knocking Dragon Miller 6, 7, 8, 9, double digit some of the people. So you can do it. I actually think he's good enough to do it even with this Crystal Palace team.
But he's doing it with, that's the thing, right? With CP, he's still 2-0 up, still bossing the position, still making himself a handful for the defense of Dragon Miller. Right now, though, Dragon Miller's not out of this just yet. There is still a couple of minutes left in this game, normal passage of play. It's not like he's been entirely destitute of goals. So the opportunity does exist. Holding things up a lot with these dribbles, but might be wasting more of his own time rather than Deevak's, because unfortunately, most of these dribbles are occurring within his own half, so there's not really an opportunity to build this up into an attacking play.
Now Deevak stealing the ball once again. And the thing is, yes, sure, Deevak's only, like, we say only scored 2. I mean, he is winning this game. He's ahead in the series. But regardless of how many goals Deevak has scored, he's completely controlled this game, as we'd expect from a player of his caliber. Crystal Palace are not, and now he's going to have another chance. Benteke in a good position. His finishing is great, but doesn't get a chance to hit off that shot yet.
Oof. If that was FIFA 19 or something, Christian Benteke was probably a better player then, so probably would have been a goal. Regrettably, still does end up being 2-0. Oh, I mean, probably 18 or 17. Yeah.
And no, FIFA 19 was the one where you could shoot from anywhere. So you're right on that. But now Zaha, so much space. Can he get the goal? Nope. Dude, has Zaha scored yet? He hasn't, right? Maya and Townsend has scored so far, which is pretty hilarious. Benteke going to have another chance, like you say. But ooh, strong tackle from Dragon Miller. So we could go at the end of this first leg with only a 2-goal lead for the man in blue, the BBD boy, Mr. Deevak.
However, the option is still available for him to be able to switch things up in the second leg and try to pursue more goals in his own front. And things end off 2-0. He was still in an attacking position. And the scary thing here was that he was only starting to find his groove, in my opinion, going in towards the second portion of the leg. So going into the legs too, what's going to happen? Because I think at this point, right, he's probably thinking to himself, okay, I've demonstrated that I can do this with Crystal Palace. There's no issue. If I'm him, I just pick France, man. I'm just like, cool, let me just ensure that this guy is never going to have an opportunity to even touch this ball. I'm going to start this game, all 90 minutes is going to be me and him. The only players going to get the ball is his defenders. That's pretty much it. Going to make life a living nightmare for Dragon Miller.
I think, and I might be wrong in this, but I'm gonna go on and say that I think he's gonna go with another BM club, either Crystal Palace again or some other team. I don't think he's gonna sink to the likes of France. That's what I have to say.
How about like Pirates or Chiefs?
I was
Like the
thinking, like,
ultimate BM.
maybe whip out the Bafana. If you want a PM, at least represent the country. Heritage Day wasn't too long ago.
Okay, I mean, that's fair. Right. I mean, he's already started the trend. At this point, if you can demonstrate that you can win with 2-0 Crystal Palace, right, you have to make things a little bit more difficult for yourself. Add more training weights. If this was Naruto, and this guy, imagine he's right now Rock Lee. Imagine Guy Sensei being like, what is this? No. This wasn't enough difficulty for you. Make it more harder. Right? If you want to grab the number 1 seed, you have to do it under the most difficult circumstances. It's like, listen, you had all the chance in the 9 weeks leading up to this point to do it with your Liverpools, with your Frances, and you couldn't. He's still going to stick with Crystal Palace, but I'm happy with this. I think you're right that he needs to make this happen with the BM team. He can't now suddenly at the end be like, yeah, he wants to go top shelf. And he might actually get the early goal. Wilfred Zaha in the box, but Virgie makes sure they're still going to stay 0-0 at the beginning.
Stay, you ever heard that story where Michael Jordan, in his retirement year from baseball, he goes to visit some like the Bulls team in practice, and some rookie comes up to him. He's like, "Yo, play me 1v1, bro," and he's like, "What do I get out of this, bro? If you win this 1v1, you get to say you beat Michael Jordan. But if I win it, it's a standard day in the office." And that's the situation for Deevak right now. He picked this Crystal Palace team. If he runs to France, that regardless whether he wins the series at all, it's like, bro, how can you start this and not end it,
Yeah. Now, to be fair, he's out here. He's the one that's like, listen, man, he's basically Ali out here. He's been running his mouth. Needs to make this happen. Can't just come out here like he's fighting against Joe Frazier. Gotta make this look as easy as possible. Thus far, though, he's still continuing that same dribbling game that we saw in the first leg. That pass doesn't end up converting through. And at the end of the day, goal difference aside, he's still winning in the South. The points are still his to be claimed right now. And look at this dribbling. My goodness, you would imagine that he's actually playing with like Barcelona right now. He's going to be able to get the ticker-tacker pass offside. Wow.
The interesting thing about me for this game is that we saw how Metronome beat Dragon Miller, right? His tactic, he tried to play the standard kind of FIFA where you pass it, you make that play, you get super close to the box and go for the near post. And it actually was very unsuccessful for Metronome. It wasn't successful against Dragon Miller, and his method of scoring was just like YOLOing, making that like hero runs with his players and then scoring one man like that. And actually it didn't work out that great for Deevak so far. We're seeing all these skill moves come out from Zaha. He hasn't been able to score like that, but his passing game, when he goes back to the basics, is just that much more deadly, which is interesting to see the contrast in styles over the Umzansi League in this Dragon Miller matchup.
Yeah, Dragon Miller sort of been the barometer of what you should be able to achieve. Regrettably for him, his training reel is going to be a lot of data for other players. Right now, though, the opportunity for a goal might be present inside the box. The dispossession, very, very crucial. And one of the things that you were mentioning in the first leg was that this goal difference might end up being crucial. Thus far, it's only 2-0 in favor of Deevak, and he hasn't been able to find much luck here. And for Dragon Miller, the game management, if he decides to go for this particular option of playing the game, it might not benefit him directly, but it can at the very least frustrate Deevak's efforts to be able to come out number 1 seed in the Umzansi Esports League so far.
Dragon Miller has nothing to lose, right? He already knows where he is at the Umzansi League. He's got no chance to make it top flight. He's mostly guaranteed bottom half of absolute bottom of the log.
Actually, bottom, yeah.
It's a case of like, what does he want to sponge from this game? Like, this is him up against the Masters, and the Masters about to convert with another goal. That was a beauty from Deevak.
Not only is it a beauty from Deevak, but he finally is able to get the goal out of Wilfred Zaha. Oh man, what a powerful shot right there. Beautifully done. 1-0 up, 3-0 on aggregate here across the two legs. And game is much more difficult overall for the boy Dragon Miller. And immediately after the horn has already sounded, or He's already now having to face down an additional offense. Does manage to get the final tackle off, but you know you're not in a good situation when the only touches that Mo Salah's got on the ball has been defensive right now if you're playing for Liverpool.
Oh, he's faking this real night. Oh, just overthought it there. He was looking for the pass. He was like, maybe go for the dribble more. Dragon Miller did a good job of defending there, but like you say, 3 goals in the aggregate. He's down now, and the pressure looks to just keep on mounting from Deevak. Oh, gets a beautiful pass. Can Zaha counter? Oh, never mind. He couldn't capitalize. They tried for the pass, didn't work out.
Man, that was just... Consider how much time we've actually just spent within the Liverpool half right now. Not been able to develop any plays out of this. Every pass is almost immediately countered out with the interception, and as soon as I say that, you see it coming to fruition. Is able to reclaim possession a little bit, and even though the possession stats show that Liverpool has been in overall possession of the ball here in the first half, it really doesn't feel like it. Almost every touch on the ball has felt like it's going to wind up inside the Liverpool net rather than otherwise. Although now here's the opportunity. Roberto Firmino, can he find the chance for the shot? He's alone in the box, goes for the early shot, but Deevak able to very easily position the keeper there and ensuring that it still stays in favor of him. 1-0 for Crystal Palace still.
Crystal Palace starting to string together a couple of beautiful passes. Zaha trying to make the run, but not going to get to it faster than Mr. Allison. A pillar in the Liverpool defense, as always. Done a good for making a couple of good saves so far in these 2 legs as well.
Yeah, he's making it happen. I think one of the things that they've been quite impressive, in my opinion, from Deevak in particular, but honestly, I have to compliment Dragon Miller for this one, in that though yes, he has conceded 3 goals overall. Considering his defense over the last 9 weeks, this has been a marked improvement from him. He's been a lot more patient. Instead of just like leaping in with the early tackles, he's been trying to actually reposition his players, doing things that we normally see coming out from the unfazed and the Julios. Just try and intercept the ball more so than trying to tackle off the offensive player. And that's exactly an example of what we see right there. Instead of trying to position Virgil van Dijk to take the ball, he just makes sure that he's in front of the ball, not even necessitating a tackle. Therefore, you can't even concede a foul or a penalty. It's been very clean play from Dragon Miller. Though he's ended up still conceding goals, he's been playing a lot better. It's good to see over
I
the
do
course of the
agree.
weeks.
His defensive prowess has improved significantly. I mean, obviously, Crystal Palace kind of skews things a bit, but regardless, it's still Dragon Miller out here representing on the Liverpool defense. And now he's under pressure once again. But again, like you say, he's been reading the pass as well. His defensive, I have to say, the defense over these couple of weeks in Umzansi League has improved significantly. But on the offensive end, when he gets those opportunities with his long balls, I would like to see him do more. You know, believe in yourself, have that step of confidence. You know.
Yeah, you definitely take that additional step to try and make sure that you are able to get the W for yourself. But you know, it's a work in progress. Season 1, like you mentioned, is his first big tournament. Deevak has proven time and time again that he has this big match temperament. Erstwhile, Dragon Miller had to prove himself. But, you know, to mean signs of life. I mean, hell, even consider the fact that over the course of the Umzansi Esports League, we haven't been able to make the jokes about the numbers in his name as much as we were able to at the beginning. Because he's been cleaning up. He's been cleaning up.
Hey,
he's been doing
you're
the
not
right
allowed to make 786 jokes, Snare. That is a religious number. So we gotta be PC there, sir. But now Deevak on the attack here, making a good run. Got a lot of space, a lot of time to work with. Beautiful turn back. Gonna send it back to the middle. Now can he convert those, Snare?
He's going to try for this right now. He's inside the box, dribbling it out now. Back onto Tosin. Going to get the shot off. Easy goal. Beautiful.
Man.
Oof. It was like getting a free kick in the middle of the box. Got the vision, got the goal.
He was setting it up from a mile away. The roll back onto the right foot and that immaculate finish. Sexy.
Now putting himself a 4 goals up on Dragon Miller here across the 2 legs. Doing quite well, and with Crystal Palace, and this is very good training wheels for him. But the most important thing is that for his confidence, can you just imagine how good you're feeling right now? Because you know for a fact that players who are placed above you right now have sometimes struggled to be able to get as many goals as they would want against Dragon Miller. And you're like, bro, I'm playing with Crystal Palace. You know, y'all did it when you were expected to. like you're mentioning, I'm doing it when I just can. Right now, he's back inside the box, looking for the dribbles, easily able to get this through. Might have next leveled himself, but no, not necessarily. Goes to the near post. What a shot, Deevak. 3-0. Woo!
Dude,
God damn.
he makes
Yo.
Tosan look like Lionel Messi, honestly.
Yo. You know when we were talking about how Masum was making, or Metronome rather, was making Arsenal actually look like a good team, especially when he had Aubameyang, and with that control, it's kind of like that. With Tosun, wow, Deevak is just a god in this game.
No, Dragon Miller will try to mount the attack here. Maybe get just only one goal back, but it will give him a boost of confidence. Right? Like we've already shown, yes, he's conceded 5, but it's less than he's conceded generally. He got that defensive improvement, but now he's to step it up with Salah doing the ball hold quite nicely, but loses it in the end.
To be fair, we've seen every high echelon player next level themselves here in the Umzansi Esports League, so that was Dragon Miller's first instance of next level himself, because had he just gone the run forward with Mo Salah, would have found the space, but he had expected that Deevak would read his intentions. So that's a sign of life, right? Being like, oh wait, I outplayed myself for once instead of the other way around. That's good. It's progress, you know. A goal would be better, and unfortunately right now it might be staying in the battle of the fourth one. Wilfred Zaha in the box, the shot, but the save. Addison prevents it from being 4. But what a play still coming out right there from Deevak.
If non-goals make it into the highlight package, but I hope that does, because that was a beautiful ball. The through cross plus the lob to the striker there, and Tosan hitting it on the first, on the volley. If that went in, top 3 goals of the tournament easily.
Absolutely. Regrettably it doesn't. So the chance might still come though as soon as I say this. Oh, unfortunately the ball bounces back from Wilfred Zaha. So Tosan has to find more developed ways to play this out. Not able to do so. So it's back into the feet of Dragon Miller.
Snake, you remember when Thierry Henry just joined Barcelona and he scored that solo goal that was ruled out because of some foul in the midfield or whatever?
Yeah,
that's what that play felt like to me.
And you're just like, what the hell, guys? Are you just trying to ruin this man? When after that, let's consider that Thierry Henry's career never really seemed good at Barcelona or afterwards. Just like, it was okay.
No. At Barcelona, he was great. He was goal scorer of the season that year. It was after he left. That was like downhill. He won Champions League with them. Thierry Henry did it all. No slander, yes, there. No slander.
About what you say as him at Barcelona. Hold that thought. We're going to see if there's going to be a goal coming in right now from Andre Ayew. He's trying to dribble through the entire box. He's managed to do so, but the pass will not succeed. Listen, he was great at Barcelona, right? But he was God at Arsenal. I don't care how good you are, right? If you come down from God level, it's still a disappointment.
Fair. But he needed to do what he needed to do because Arsenal couldn't give him that Champions League he so deserved. Arsenal as a club still lacking that silverware in Europe. Not even Europa League we've done just yet, but we'll get there eventually, I like to believe. If Liverpool can win the Premier League, anything can happen in this world, right, Snare?
Well, that depends on whether or not Dragon Miller can score in this game. So he's going to try right now. Looking for the opportunity. Fabinho! Shot outside the box, but it doesn't end up connecting. And Deevak is going to cut the pause, recognizing that no matter how skilled he is, Crystal Palace is still Crystal Palace, so substitutions are going to be necessary to keep the energy levels up. Still going to make the attempt though. Wilfred Zaha on the edge of the box. Oh no, this is not going to be a clean tackle. Oh my goodness. That actually saved the goal. Fourth goal is coming right there.
For sure. Let's see what does he put in Benteke again?
Of course,
yes,
yeah.
He does.
Of course he put on Benteke, yeah.
So initially when FIFA 20 came out, I don't know how, obviously my FIFA brethren, the top players, I respect you guys, here and locally and internationally, all the FIFA pros, y'all are the guys, right? But there's never been a FIFA that's come out where they haven't complained about in terms of the pro players. So I don't know what to think about the patches because FIFA 19, people moaned about. FIFA 20, they moaned about. So is there ever a good FIFA? Penalty. You think he scores it? Or he sends it to the keeper for BM? Not BM, respect.
Let's see. He's going to send it to the keeper.
He's going to send it to the keeper.
Yeah,
respect, bro. Yeah. You know what? You don't want to score garbage goals. Straight up.
I mean, I feel like the BM is already inherent in picking Crystal Palace, right? That would just be a bridge too far. Maybe just
but it's a thing of respect. We saw in last week's game as well, where Judy was just I'm not going to score a penalty now. I'm winning already. There's no need for me to score a goal I don't deserve. Ref blows the whistle. We're not Man United where we can only win off penalties. We can do this ourselves, you know?
Yeah. Now though, ball gonna get recycled back and play. Dragon Miller still sniffing in the dying moments of leg number 2 for his first goal here. Not gonna be able to do so. And now suddenly scoring down the barrel of another goal. Crystal Palace. Oh my goodness. Andre Ayew now on the ball, running down on the flank. There's only one defender in front of him. Back onto Zaha. Zaha, can he be able to find the goal? No! Allison with the block. They earn another corner kick here, Casey. Is this going to be the one? Is this 4-0 or not?
Short corner. Zaha sends it to the middle. Oh, but Dragon Miller reads the play. But can Deevak still hold possession? He's crowding up Mane there. Mane forced to run out to the wing here. He's holding on to it for now. Dragon Miller doing a good job of keeping possession, running down the clock to stem the bleeding here on the goal deficit. But Deevak, ooh, look for that steal, but couldn't just get it there. And Dragon Miller stringing together nice passes. Mane was on the run there. Where's the through cross, sir?
That actually should have been a more advantageous
Oh, okay,
situation.
it's still alive. It's still alive.
I feel like it's a little bit too late. Dragon Miller now trying, but the cross doesn't really come out in vogue. Felt a little bit too desperate, so it gets read out by Deevak. Still though, a small chance, but he's not able to keep it down with Mo Salah. So the final word in this game is going to go the direction of Deevak. Let's see whether or not he can find the goal from this one. Getting these dribbles back onto Christian Benteke. This is going to be the strike. The opportunity is there. The dribbles are coming out. He's still keeping this ball alive. Getting the passes through. Finally gets dispossessed. No! Okay, the whistle finally blows. So, Deevak, provided nothing... So, right now, right, here's the situation we have to consider. He finds overall 5 goals, very respectable, right, across the course of 2 legs. Generally an amazing result. Regrettably, up against Dragon Miller seems to be the norm to get these many goals. So now, he's number 1, right? It all comes down to tomorrow's game. The entire UMZANSI Esports League hangs in the balance. I'm so excited. I actually have no idea what's going to happen. Like, I know I was expecting a win, but now it's dawning on me what this win means. And we'll see what that happens tomorrow.
The anticipation is endless. Panel, give us your thoughts on it.
I mean, Slayer is excited for a reason, and Camille, thank you for that compliment, I would say. And yes, I know I look good, much better than this guy at least. So, just run me down to the storyline. Like, what happened? Did Liverpool just drown in that pool?
Yeah, of course. You know, we did see what really happened, and this was just not the first time that has happened, because Deevak has also done it in the past. You know, you always expect to see either France or Liverpool.
Please elaborate.
You know, we always tend to see France or Liverpool, but you know, Deevak always gets in those new teams. This time it was Crystal Palace. Last time we saw him playing with Barcelona. So he's got a lot of teams in his arsenal to, you know, play.
So, like, you're saying, right, he's got a lot of teams in his arsenal to play. But where does it keep him? Like, as you can see on the score lines, 15 points, and that's where 0 losses. So, still undefeated, still going on a hot streak right now. I mean, obviously, there are draws, but 4 wins, and I would say those were amazing. But Beeswayanshi, he's still out there. 15-13 is the scoreline. But tomorrow, if we have to talk about it, I mean, you can see it's going to be Masoom against Ebi Bros. That's going to be for the story of tomorrow. But for now, like, if you have to talk about it, how do you summarize this match?
Well, it was right off the get-go. We saw Deevak taking that early lead, and he was keeping things simple. He used to take the ball up ahead, and while he enters the D, he makes sure that he goes with a true pass and then shifts the legs and then goes in for the goal. And that is one thing that he has done. He's completely outplayed. He's completely obliterated Milla. And you know, as funny as it might sound, this time he did not concede enough goals.
I mean, all right. So along with that thing, I have one more question, one more simplistic question. I mean, you were telling me about it, right? He was playing with Crystal Palace, and that's important. That's an important aspect to like. But why was that important? If you have to summarize in like one sentence or something.
Well, it comes down to the statistics of the players. So you know, usually players tend to take good teams like Liverpool and France per se. So that was the case, and taking Crystal Palace and again winning 5-0, that was definitely a statement that he made.
I mean, Dragon wanted to spit out fire, but could not happen as Deevak was out there with his shields for this FIFA segment, but. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be a really short break, and after that, it's going to be Tekken. So, see you on the other side. Hello and once again, welcome to the last weekend of the online session of Umzansi Esports League, brought to you by Nodwin Gaming and live on Jinx TV. Well, if you're talking about what has happened for now, I mean, FIFA is one thing that we just got done with, and Dragon was just out there and he was tamed by Deevak but fell. For the next segment, it's going to be Tekken, and alongside me, my name is Ocean Sharma, alongside me, it's going to be the guy that would have been my good friend but, well, is not anymore. So it's going to be Fixus. So, Fixus, what are your thoughts for Tekken? I mean, if we were talking about, right, Iggy Daddy, the guy who's actually at the top, who's actually, out there. So what are your thoughts for today's competition?
Well, the stakes are in his favor. He has always surprised us with his list of characters that he can play. And, well, going against SlyRsi, we have seen this in the past. And, well, Iggy Daddy, definitely, he's got the money.
So I want to divert you to a question, just like you said, right? He actually, surprised you with the types of characters that he play. Look at this: 15 points, 6 matches, 5 wins, and 1 loss. Like the least number of losses is with his favor. Like SlyRsi, he has 3 losses on himself as well. But so, just like I know, you play Harang, right?
Yeah.
So what's the difference on a person who plays one character versus a person who plays, like 2-3 characters? Like, can he switch? Or like, it's like, if you're playing with one character, is it like your mental exposure is for that character? Or if you play multiple characters, do you think like switching will be easy or something like that?
Well, it comes down to versatility. There are different characters that kind of are counters. So it comes down to how he chooses. First in the first matchup, he might just go for one. If that does not really work out, then he always has an option to opt for another. But if you just have that one character and you fail over there, and then again you come again with the same particular character, does not really make any sense. And that is the reason why Iggy Daddy is on the top right now.
I mean, he is actually the daddy for the competition, the way he is, showcasing his true power, true potential, and, because it just comes down to a lot of things. I mean, you kind of need to use your rage art at the minimal time. I mean, it can be blocked. It just depends. I mean, the kind of character you are using or some things like that. I mean, those things kind of, just come up as positives or negatives. I mean, even in the frames and in the games when we talk about it. So, yeah, those are going to be one of the most important things. But, well, if I have to ask you, like, Iggy Daddy is out here, but what is one thing that, puts him away from the competition, from today's competition? I mean, is it that versatility? Is it, I would say, the quick decisions or something? Like, because you have seen his games in the past.
Yeah, of course. Iggy Daddy is one of those players who really waits for his opponent to make some kind of mistake, and he just capitalizes on it and goes in for all those combos. And once he gets rolling, he does not really stop.
I mean, he does not stop. We want to see him not stop right now for the competition. And for that, it's going to be our beautiful casters, wonderful casters out there to just, showcase their talent by casting the wonderful game. So, casters, take it away.
Hey, and welcome back to another big Tekken match here on the Umzansi League. I'm your host, the cutest man alive. It's Mr. Chocolate's coming at you with my co-host. It's the biggest lad, Gas Mask Guy. Gas Mask, how you doing?
I'm doing so good. I just love the new names every single week. I just have like a repertoire, like a list of all the nicknames that you have given me.
Just add them to your CV, dude. Add them to your CV, bro.
You gotta know them, man.
Hey, Bree, you gotta add it in. Like, we gotta add this match tonight. What do you think? Iggy Daddy won top of the line right now against SlyRsi, coming back from below with a string of wins behind him. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen?
This is a bit of a law match, to be honest. Like, both of these guys have versed in multiple competitions, but as I recall, the last time these two guys have faced each other, Sly actually knocked them into losers.
I think that might have happened. Yeah, I think so.
No, I'm 100% sure that happened.
Oh,
I've got the law matches. I've got all the notes. I got Callum's book. I got Callum's death notebook with me, letting me know what's actually happening for these games. So like, it's actually an extremely tough matchup for both players because Sly is obviously going to do the Sly and Bry, and if Iggy brings out Zaf, hey, the Parktown Prawn Queen is going to be there.
all over again. Definitely. We'll have to see if Sly does have the matchup knowledge for this. Safina, obviously being one of the DLC characters, is one of the harder characters to lab. So it will be harder to get through. However, Sly does play super unpredictably. And that's kind of just his thing, dude. You never know what type of food he's going to have at his Bry.
Whoa.
What is this? What is this?
Okay. Iggy.
Joke's over.
I think you selected the wrong character because I know Zafina's right next to Julia.
I feel like that might be the case, but hey, if he's coming,
I don't think so.
Again, like I've heard that he's been playing some Julia, and once again, Julia is one of the DLC characters, so getting the matchup knowledge for a character that's DLC, that's kind of hard. So we'll have to see how this goes. Not picking a flavorful outfit for the stage.
Yeah, it's not red enough. Sly is not in his element. He's wearing the green jungle outpost pants.
Already started the slide. Oh my gosh.
Dude, those extensions, you got 4?
Yeah, dude, 4 ones, dude.
Oh,
didn't see the mid.
Oh, no, but if he blocks that, it's like a guaranteed launch punish. If he just relaxed a little bit.
I think so, yeah. Oh my gosh.
This Julia is actually crazy.
Good cork.
Oh, he's trying to catch up the damage. He's catching up the damage.
It's definitely going to help with his health so low.
But now he's got Oki.
Yeah, he does. He had the Oki.
Yeah, he kind of wasted it there. I think.
That while standing 4. My gosh. Iggy Daddy 1. Not messing around with Julia here.
Yeah, Julia's such a clean pick as well.
Oh, yeah. Nice throw. No tech. Good sidestep around the fist dive.
Oh, finishes the string and gets the hit on it.
The last string is it's tricky. The last hit of that string.
I think people need to start ducking the 4-1-4. Oh, to the wall.
The 4-1 extensions.
Booster.
Trying to get that big wall damage. The low into the mid again. Oh, that big low.
Okay, I'm gonna say this now.
What?
Iggy is obviously like one of the best fundamental players. He's picked Julia and he's playing the bare minimum Julia. So he's playing a really clean Julia because he doesn't have all the the character knowledge yet. But that's the best part about it though, because you can make minimal errors. Look at this. He's playing around that 4-1.
Nice tech. I think that the other thing. Oh, good block by SlyRsi. Big wall standing 2 into a huge combo, catching up with the damage.
Oh, no tech!
Throw right out of the armor. I don't think he expected to throw at all.
Oh, that just cancels. Oh, Sly's not out of this.
Yeah, dude, Sly's definitely not out of it. Sly coming out with the strings, bro. Strings on the bobby, you know what I mean?
He's gonna lay out that Sly.
Oh, my man.
Oh,
big counter hit.
Oh, it does nothing with it though. But you hit the slime bright.
Nah. He was going for the slime bright mix, dude. That's a stance if you play slime, bro. That's ducking is a stance.
that crouch walk is slime.
Yeah,
the slime bright. The new law.
Use the fake flip to get out of trouble. Oh, got a jab flip, but was unable to capitalize.
Oh, Sly's got the life lead. I don't know why he's going in.
That big sidestep.
Oh, blue stuff.
That was interesting. I think it was because he was rolling and she was trying to still keep track.
Yeah, and the tracking on that is weird.
Yeah, definitely.
2-2, let's go.
Oh yeah, dude, Sly definitely not out. Doesn't seem to be launch punishable.
The man just threw out Dragon Tail. It's like,
oh, giant parry. Bro,
dude, why
parry into 5 4-1s. Is he? Are we just flexible?
That's the new norm. Oh,
big
huge
while
launch.
Standing 2.
Oh, the slime brine. Let's go.
The slime brine. What are we having for dinner, Sly?
Sly's already cooking up a new character for Iggy right now. He's not out of it yet, but he wasted rage.
Nice. Using optimal movement options, sidestepping around what's happening. I'm unsure if Sly had matchup knowledge. If he didn't,
he led the character.
He adapted super well there.
He led the character in 2 rounds. Just saying.
That's a
thing. But this is what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So Iggy has picked up Julia as a new character, right? Like 100 wins is not a number to like scoff around with. But the fact that it's very new to him, like she has a whole arsenal of moves which he's not using. Like just the stance of forward 3, like the jump forward. There's so many options out of it, but he's not using any of them because it's still a new character. And obviously, new characters come with less muscle memory than what you want.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So I think it's a character switch. It has to be. It has to be a character switch.
I feel like it is. I feel like any of his other characters right now could very well be closer to a trump card. Like Zafina Dude, who has the matchup knowledge for Zafina? Like, only Zafina players have the matchup knowledge for Zafina.
All 4 of them.
And the thing is, like, his other character picks, all of them very strong. I mean, he's got Heihachi, he's got a Steve, all of them very strong, and he plays them like you said. He's a very strong fundamental player. So we'll have to see how Sly handles that.
But I feel like Steve has to be the pick. Steve has to be the pick.
Oh yeah, why do you think so?
See? Steve is just such a
wow.
I can tell the future, man. I can tell the future.
Bro, what a cool.
Oh wait. We got random on Arctic Snowfall. Is Sly wearing the outfit? Is he wearing his silver outfit?
Bro, then you know what Sly does in training is he trains how to slide and he trains the random select in the map. So you can see
Dude,
which one.
Like for real.
Bro, this is dude, then it's actual skill. Actual skill.
This man is like mind gaming Iggy. But yeah, so why I was saying Steve is that Steve has got such a great kit to handle. Oh, he's wearing that. Oh my god, that's a mind game on its own. Yeah, how did he random the stage?
Already starting off with the slides. Chinese down for 2. Bit wayward. Nice out of Albatross. Ooh, tried to whip punish. No punish there. Ooh.
Oh, clean.
Bro, that sidestep was too clean. This is
what I'm saying.
The pressure out of the peekaboo.
Like, Julius 441 does the thing, but it's not as good as this.
Yeah, I feel you. Oh, big launch though. Nice cork. Straight into that DSS cancel.
Dude, that DSS cancel on Sly is just too perfect every time.
Nice take.
Almost as clean as that suit.
Dude, so golden and silver. You know what I mean?
I legit can't see his feet. Like, how you meant to carry something that you can't see?
Oh my gosh, bro. Sly working with insane accuracy here. Proper punish.
Oh! Counter hit launch.
My man. Into that nice DSS cancel with a quick finish.
Dude, the man before the game put his hands under hot water for 5 minutes to get the blood flowing. This is what's happening. Got the dragon in him right now.
Yeah, that he won, not giving up without a fight.
Just trying to knock those plus frames.
He's definitely been going for the more unexpectable road. You know what I mean? Nice apple, not slow. Oh, that's
trying to get that punch parry.
He's working too hard to punch parry. I know, I'm a Japanese player.
Oh,
nice!
Oh, that's a huge
giant launch by Iggy Daddy 1. 2 up to Iggy. Could this be his round? Oh, stopped him with the down jab before he can get that low launcher. Nice side step.
Oh, nice block on the slidey.
Saw the slide. My man said, no bribe.
He had enough Bri on Heritage Day, dude. He doesn't need it.
Yeah, bro. That's the thing. Both of these players have amazing momentum right now. Nice punish.
Ugh. It's so hard to get in. Like, both players are like very hesitant.
Exactly. Like, one wrong move could mean big punishment.
Yeah, but life lead means a lot. Oh, trying to go for the
tail. Was using. He went for the riskier option.
Rooster!
Oh, with the rage drive dragon tail. 1-1. Bro,
it's so stressful.
Yeah, dude, this could be set. Hop kick.
The delay hop kick.
Illegal. You're not allowed. Because he doesn't know how to kick, dude. Nice jab float. Once again, Sly was going for that low option out of VP.
Oh, back to
nice whip punish. Iggy staying. Oh, good throw.
Kick.
No, just heck.
Oh, these DSS cancel failed on him.
I think so, yeah.
The man just spring kicked out a slidey. He just changed up the matchup. He just threw some bolts on that in that paddy, bro.
Nice. Iggy trying to work around with the throw.
No ticks. Iggy takes it.
Oh my gosh.
This is literally what I was saying.
Bro.
The fact that he's playing a character now that he's got muscle memory and he's super comfortable with, he's gonna be able to like mix up on a different level. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like it's weird.
I think the big thing here, like, is if we ever played a Steve player, most of the time, especially at the early stages, a lot of Steve players try to force the launch, right? Try and go into stance, try to use the big launchers, that type of thing. Obviously, Iggy's playing the opposite, using all of the lows out of the stances. We saw every single time we went into Peekaboo, he used the low stances. Out of Albatross, kept using the low. definitely the way he was going was trying to outpoke most poke-heavy players in the league now.
Yeah,
that's
you have to match poke with poke, because obviously Sly is going to be looking out for those massive launches and obviously give him a launch for themselves. But like, it's so stressful. Like I feel like
definitely.
I don't know if that Julia pick was
the big thing here. The big thing here is that I feel now it's going to be all out to the fundamentals. Players obviously fundamentally strong. With all the big fundamentals, right? But one which we
jungle
see,
outpost. I'm saying it now. Jungle outpost.
Why are you calling it?
I know Sly so well. It's so bad. I actually legit.
Is he gonna wear the green? Is he gonna wear the green?
Dude, I don't even have to tell you that.
Wear the green. So what I was saying is we saw how Iggy Daddy 1 was able to space around a lot of Sly's advances. Every other time we've seen Sly win has been with ways that Iggy has been able to stop. My man's been doing his research, been doing his work. So we'll have to see.
Here's the real question.
Hey, there it is.
Man's ready.
The green on the green.
Man's ready. He's gonna cover himself. He's gonna camouflage with that background.
Ooh! Counter hit launch.
Oh, gets the sidewall.
He tries to use that forward 1+2.
Oh, nice low parry.
See, this is the other option. Instead of poking back, what about having an like an impenetrable defense? You know what I mean? Oh, goes for the throw out of that.
Oh, slidey.
Bad. Ooh.
Gotta get up. Gotta take roll. That's frames.
The plus frames from forward 1+2. SlyRsi really playing the game, dude, by frames and in the game, dude. This is how it rolls.
Oh, you pain.
Decided to
I can't even commentate. That one line is just too good for me.
Thanks to this man. Nice.
That's so much damage. Look at this.
It's a lot of damage on the wall. Stays on him.
Big launch.
Standing.
Man doesn't care.
Yeah, dude.
Man's gonna throw out a launch out of nothing.
Ooh, side back.
Break a bucket.
Completely off axis. This side was just out of reach.
Oh, dude! I thought he was gonna balcony break with that side call.
I don't know if he was able to, but I mean, like, it may have been an option. It probably was an option. Nice down jab just to stop his momentum. Tried for a grab. Punch parry. Interesting.
Ooh, those punch parries. Both players are just trying to fish for those.
Yeah, but I feel like it's because both of them use the jab so well. Nice while standing.
The side
step into the forward 1+3.
Oh,
3+4.
Gotta get up from that. That's frames.
Nice.
Oh, nice duck.
Oh, the giant side step. Oh my god.
Dude, the man just like he's threading needles with those side steps.
Literal pinpoint accuracy here. This dude's a laser. Nice big low.
He's getting out of it.
Nice running 3. Both of them abusing these lows at the wall. Nice sidestep.
Oh, he converted that?
Good convert. Again, uses the down jab to get out. The plus frame play! We got a double!
Dude, we got a double Luigi. We got a double Luigi.
Bro,
Let's go.
Back in it again. 1-1. 2-2.
Oh, trades. But back one trades so much better.
Oh, yeah. Definitely got it. In with that big attack and to get into that wall carry.
I thought he was going to get him to the wall there for a second.
Oh, yeah. Nice while standing.
Oh, big launch. It's gonna break the wall. Oh wait, what? He chose a different option.
Decided to a different option. Both of them more or less at the same health here. Definitely nail biting gameplay.
Dude, that option gave me hiccups now.
Whoa, that's CH.
Whoa, boost
drive.
And that's it.
That's it. Oh my god. Iggy
and he taunted at the end.
And he
Did
taunted.
you see the taunt?
Bruh.
Oh, dude.
Bro.
Man wanted revenge.
Remember.
Man was out to kill people.
There's usually two reasons why people taunt at the end of a match, right? It's to be disrespectful or to say GG's to a game well played, and that was definitely a game well played.
Wait.
You've never heard that?
Are you saying?
Yeah, bro. You've never seen that?
No one ever GG's with a taunt.
Nah. That was a good game, bro. That was a good game.
It's like, good game.
100%.
Good game with the taunt. Yeah, good game with the taunt. I see it as something else. I won't lie.
Big GG's to that Iggy Daddy one for taking that. Definitely the daddy of the competition, as Discman was saying earlier. Taking it on, getting some more points. SlyRsi, unfortunately, GG's man didn't make it this time. Super close.
Yeah,
hella
I think
close.
Iggy's chilling like super comfortable at number one spot.
Oh yeah.
Dex can obviously take that spot tomorrow because he beat Iggy. If he beats Callum, he takes the spot.
Damn, bro.
That's bold and the beautiful lines right there. I'm so excited.
Hell yeah. Anything
all the drama.
Anything else from you, Gas Mask?
No, I just want to say, hope everyone stays safe and sanitized. And how about you?
That's me. I'm just gonna say it is. I'm just gonna go with what I said at the start. It's the cutest man, Mr. Chocolates, and my co-host, the biggest lad.
And I'm gonna throw it to not my twin, but someone at the test today.
Well, Gas Mask and Mr. Chocolate, thank you for that. And yes, it was a very, very, very good game if you have to talk about it. But yeah, if you're talking about the stuff, I mean, the way it all ended, this was well executed stuff. I mean, 2-1. There was 1-0 first from SlyRsi's side. We were like, how can you just go back? And Iggy Daddy, he was like, no, I know my game. I know my stuff. Pick Steve and does the fabulous job out there.
I mean, absolutely. We were at the edge of our seats, and this match was brought down to the wire. And, well, SlyRsi definitely gave a run for his money to Iggy Daddy with the way he played. And I was really impressed. And talk about the standings, you know. Finally, Iggy Daddy is done with all his matches. He's right up on top. But like Akash has mentioned, if Tax PT wins his match tomorrow against Callum, so things might change around.
Yeah, things might just change around because it's going to be the last day tomorrow for the last weekend of online season as we were talking about it. But for now, Iggy Daddy, he did amazing. I mean, picking up Steve, even in the later stage, obviously the first round was not with Steve, but Law is something I would say SlyRsi was looking really comfortable with, and that's one thing that was out there. I mean, it was all coming down to, you know, the combination shots. When you're assisting, once you're not assisting, the assisted combination shots, plus raise drives coming up, raise drives not coming up, and all those things. I mean, the final areas when 70% of the HP is surviving from Law's side, one good raise drive and bang on ending.
I mean, if it were not that, he would have lost it.
He would have, exactly, he would have lost it. I mean, it all comes down to those minute pixelizations.
Came down to the final game, and, you know, that last rage drive did the job, you know. But like we were talking, right? If he had missed that one out, it was done, so it was game over. But still, you know, he was in the top. He could have afforded a few risks. He still goes into the final. So,
I mean, that's totally true. But what would have happened is, if he would have actually missed it, the negative frames would have actually cost him the match. But, well, this was from the fighting side of Tekken, but well, coming on the other side, it's going to be much more interesting because we are done with the solo games. Now, team ups are going to be starting up as we'll be heading on to CSGO's desk. But before that, a small break. We'll see you on the other side. Hello and once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Umzansi Esports League, last weekend of the online season, which is brought to you by Nodwin Gaming and is live on Jinx TV. Well, if you're talking about a lot of things, if you're talking about what has happened for now, FIFA and Tekken did get over it, and I use my words very wisely, and that's why I said ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, because the next game is going to be a team game, so you all have to be out here. My name is Oshin Sharma, and joining me on the desk, it's going to be Papa Bear himself, as people like to call you. It's going to be Fixers. Well, so far you have seen quite good games, and it has been dominating teams, right? Dominating players, if you have to talk about it. So what do you think about White Rabbit Gaming and DNMK going forward? Like, it's going to be the same domination, or is it going to be something different?
Well, I think the match is going to be brought down to those final rounds. We have to wait and see what happens in the first half. And after that, those next few rounds to follow. Because that will decide the course of the entire game. But take a look at the standings. And we do have ATK really leading. But, talk about the matches. Well, DNMK and White Rabbit Gaming, both of them have been struggling. And, well, it's kind of a consolation game for them.
Alright, so both of them have been struggling. We saw them on 7th and 8th position. But what do you think about, alright, this is one thing. What do you think about the map veto? I mean, that's what we'll be discussing up right now. So where do you think the map should be lining up as the Inferno has been picked? Like, tell me something about bananas.
Yeah, talk about bananas. We definitely have an area called Banana over Inferno. And, it's pretty obvious. It's a CT-sided map. It's an OG map of Counter-Strike right from 1.6. We've been witnessing quite a lot of changes have been made. There's bomb sites have been swapped. A lot of things have been done. But, yes, talk about the map. It all comes down to how the counter-terrorists really take out their rounds. If the team which is on the CT side manages to get, say, around 9 to 10 rounds, then they're good to go on the terrorist side, and it's vice versa.
So before we just throw to the casters, I just want to have you in one word. Pick one team, White Rabbit or DNMK?
White Rabbit.
All right, so the analytical side has spoken. If we have to talk, he says White Rabbit. Let's see what the storyline our casters have to build. So guys, it's going to be a hell of a match. Just take it away.
Thank you so much, guys. Patchy, DNMK going up against White Rabbit. For DNMK, this is their last chance at redemption.
Yeah. It certainly is. And I mean, this is really going to come down to the wire, because both of these teams in recent times have not really been performing to the potential that we know they could be. And I mean, especially White Rabbit, they just haven't been able to make it over that finish line time and time again. And it's not like they can't. I mean, if you go look at those score lines every single time, White Rabbit, they're putting in rounds. It's not like they're not being able to compete. The problem is they're just not able to find themselves over that finish line. They're not able to find those last few rounds to push them in to that W. And, well, this is their last chance to get any W on the board right now. And it's against DNMK, who also haven't been performing up to the standard we know they can, but they still have been doing pretty decently, at least.
Pretty decently, but I'm sure they're looking to get these last couple of Ws in the net, in the bag, and make sure that they go through to the next season of Umzansi. So far, waiting to see what either side are doing. It looks like we're going to be seeing a B take here. DNMK just slowly etching towards that B side. All 5 players here for DNMK ready to take the side. There goes the utility. It's going to be up to Lighter and Zio to hold them off. Spaz rotating through. They need to waste some time here. They need to make sure that there's an opportunity. Zio, he's going to find the head of Heartbreak. So that's at least an opener. As DNMK, they fall back. They reassess. Initially, I mean, that utility, that's just wasting time right now. So they've got a Molotov and a flashbang to their name. Dweezil and the man making some quick noise, quick pacing right up to the A side. Dweezil actually tagging down Papaya there. He's going to have to fall back. But it has managed to get rotations from White Rabbit over to the A site. So this is just a fake. Nexus and Divo, they're going to be the first to lead the charge here for DNMK. They have to get the site. Last is just at 40 seconds left on the clock. They have to get it. Dweezil's going to start it off. Diver's going to continue the pacing. And so far, they've just managed to capture that B-bomb site. As the bomb goes down, the man, Dweezil, I mean, he's just hitting all the shots right now. He's making all the work, doing the damage, getting the frags. And now, White Rabbit on the retake. What can they do here? Spaz is going to open up with 2, in fact. Now it's all down to the 2v3 here. Nexus and the man left for DNMK to hold on to this. This has been such a turnaround on either side. They're holding the crossfires so far. It's keeping up to the pacing. It's keeping up to the name. 1 on 2, and as the man goes down, the defuse comes through here for White Rabbit. So first round, it's going to be going to WRG.
Oh man, what a first round. You could see both of these teams realize what's on the line here. I mean, White Rabbit, we were talking about them. They need to find this win just so that they can get something for themselves. And on the other side, DNMK, they have a ways to go as well, because for them, these wins are super, super important. This one here, and then of course the one tomorrow against the Gents, I believe. They're going to need these wins. It's absolutely crucial, because obviously that relegation is coming closer and closer, and it's really snatching at the heels of these teams. They really need to find this win, and you can see that the frantic pushes, just everyone trying to just outperform themselves here in round 1 already. So that's a really great way to start things off. Let's see if round 2 is any different, or if they're going to continue up that high octane performance right here. You can see DNMK, they've picked up the weapons despite having lost that first round. They just want to contest. They want to shut down White Rabbit before it's even begun. I'm going to see if they can make that happen. Right now, nobody's fallen, but a bit of damage done to the man as he is peeking towards B. Gonna just hold this angle here, not having found anything just yet. Some util is spent to hold him off for just a couple of seconds, but right now DNMK looking towards A and B. Of course, the bomb up in towards Banana at the moment. DNMK just looking for that opener. 1 minute on the clock to play with right now. They've got to make their decision very quickly. They don't have a foot in the door anywhere just yet, and they haven't found any of those opening picks, which is slightly concerning for them. They're going to have to find something really quickly. Let's see where they take this bomb. Heartbreak, of course, going to retrieve. Then it looks like he might just be moving it towards mid. A could be the play here. 40 seconds left. They've got to really put their foot down on that accelerator, get in towards the site. Let's see if they can make it happen. Right now, it's everything or nothing as the push starts to come through. This has to happen for DNMK. Otherwise, White Rabbit might just take a second. Well, the man actually lurking towards B as well. He's just going to sneak on by. He's checking his corners as well. Take a bit of a battle again. That's going to happen, right? Pushing on towards the A site. All the players go down, and they are going to be able to find that plant. So a successful push in the last few seconds, and now Spaz to contest. He comes in. 2 players left for DNMK, but they've got the bomb down at least. Some post plants are there, but their positions should be all but known. White Rabbit just have to continue pushing towards the site, make sure they're covering one another, and this should be doable. Zeo takes down Dweezil, and there goes Nexus. White Rabbit looking very clean to start things out.
I mean, they're coming back here with a with a spirit that I haven't really seen in a while. I mean, so far it's been a little bit questionable from White Rabbit. I mean, there's times where we see them just absolutely popping off, and then it's a completely different team. And today seems to be another case like that. So this is great for White Rabbit. Definitely want to get that last W on the board, showcase that they're strong. They're ready to go into whatever they need to stay into Umzansi. Well, as we mentioned for DNMK though, this is their last opportunity to get out of relegation. Well, looking at it now, relegated to Pistols. Looking for something extra this round. Has to be a save to get that economy in check. But, as we've seen time and time again, hand cannons can do some crazy things here.
Oh, yeah.
And what it looks like now is DNMK, they're just holding a default, making sure that White Rabbit don't get the drop on them just yet. Holding off any sort of aggression, but does seem like an A site might be where they are eventually planning to go. Setting it up here. A lane push there with the assist there from the flash from Apps. Might be what they need to just get onto the site. Dweezil here with the hand cannon looking for an early pick. Smoke's coming through utility. That's the trigger here for White Rabbit. They know what's up. Waiting for it now though. The counter utility actually wasting enough time here. So DNMK, they have to take a slow walk to the A side. So far, Heartbreak, he's going to find that opener onto Papaya. That's at least something down. But do they know that all of White Rabbit players have rotated around to hold onto this A site? It's a bit of a surprise, but Nexus and Divo, they managed to hold onto the site. They should be able to get a bomb plant out of this. It's a 2-on-2 situation. They still only have the Divas in hand, but they're looking to do a lot more damage here to White Rabbit. Lightsa, he takes out Divo. It's all down to Nexus, who does get a headshot there onto Zeo. He's dabbing around the box, and he takes it away. No way.
No.
The hand cannons, once again, the pistol rounds. I mean, just give these guys deagles on either side. That's the kind of CS I want to see. This is insane.
Oh man, DNMK keeping up that tradition of just pulling out the pistols. I mean, what is it with the local teams and just doing this time and again? I mean, this is something we see way too often here. They pull out those deagles and somehow they make it work. And with 4 HP this time, nonetheless, I mean, that is just insane. And, well, now it's going to be White Rabbit who've got the deagles. Let's see if they can return the favor right now. DNMK charging up Banana a little bit. Lots of util to stop them, but got a little bit of control at least. And Zio trying to get very aggressive. He's going to get punished for it, but Light is at least there to try and get something back for that. It's a 1-for-1, but a little bit overly aggressive, perhaps. Oh, let's see if Kai can hit the Deegs. He's not going to be able to find him. He's going to get taken out from the back as well. Next is there to support the teammates. Now rushing through, finds a second one as well. Moving in towards the site, not looking too good for White Rabbit now. A little bit of momentum being stolen away by DNMK now. So important that they get this as well. Both of these teams just fighting tooth and nail. I mean, we've just started the game and we're already seeing insane stuff happening. Deagle clutches, 4 HP, crazy pistol rounds. And now we're just seeing some serious aggression and swinging and shots all over the place. Spaz and Lights are pretty low on HP, and well, there goes Spaz. It's just Lights. He's on 8. Nothing really he can do here. Pop Flash goes in, not going to get found, but he's right around the corner. And there it is. Oh, he's actually going to swing out and get the head instead. What is it with these 8 HP headshots? Let's see if you can find another one. Do a little bit more damage to DNMK. It should be pretty easy here. They've got the util, they've got the guns. They certainly have the HP as well. I'd say he's going to save, of course, but I mean, they should potentially go hunting here, and it looks like they will start to do so. But, I mean, at this stage, we got to talk about economy.
Yeah, economy that isn't looking too great on the side of White Rabbit. I mean, Lighter, he should be able to keep this M4 in check because it looks like they're just going to go towards that B side. So at least that's a rifle for the next round, but look at the rest of his teammates. I mean, we're looking at all of them under 2k. So now it's a decision of, okay, well, we have 1 rifle to our name. We can get maybe another couple of pistols, but we need to get this economy in check. We need to prepare for what is the next couple of rounds coming through. So a save should be considered here, you know, potentially maybe even stacking a side, playing around that M4, but there's not much that they can do in terms of, you know, buying up this round. You can see it's a full stack of USPs with that that M4 that was saved, and all 4 of those USPs, as I mentioned, going towards the stack for A. So holding on to this, they have to just literally hope for the best and hit all the damage possible. As they're getting aggressive, all 4 peeking out. Heartbreak swinging left, right, and center to try and stay alive, but he will get taken down there by Spaz, so that's at least some return on investment, or at least no investment so far here for White Rabbits. 1 kill, and they're looking for a little bit more, trying to just do some damage. Lights are alone towards that B site, the only man here left to defend it. So if DNMK decide, and actually now that they have the information, they've just spotted about at least 3 players towards that A side, so they should know that there's a stack happening on the A side, looking towards B, and White Rabbit are taking a gamble. That is exactly what they're thinking. So they're rotating around quite early on with no real information, but this could work out. This gamble might pay off if DNMK invest the bomb into the B side, because they are here ready and waiting to take it away from them. Flash is coming through. The USP is not in positions, at least not if you don't consider Papaya. He takes out the man, and now Nexus and Diver, they're still trying to fight and claw their way into this B bomb side, but so far it's not going to what they expected it to be. Diver now left with Dweezil in a 2-on-2 situation. I'm sure they didn't expect it to go here. The USP still in check, but no rifles that they have to recover this time around. As the smokes go through, wasting a little bit of time. White Rabbit now, they have to figure out what's up. With DNMK, they're going to be able to get onto that A side relatively unscathed, get the bomb down, and hold on to this round. Definitely don't want to be losing out on this, because, I mean, this would just be a bonus for White Rabbit, right? I mean, you go into a round with USPs, you get a couple of frags, and if they get the round win, that's once again momentum shifted, and this time it will be towards White Rabbit. But looking at the pacing here of these 2 last remaining players, I think they're going to be looking at the save. But that's a great pistol round in terms of, like, just getting some bonuses, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's an amazing pistol round to be not winning, but at least taking so much away. I mean, they went into that with pistols and they came out with AKs. I mean, that's a +1 for me. I mean, I'll take that any day. Sure, it's not a win, and you don't want to go for it with such a low HP and not really any movement potential, you know, no pacing potential. But I mean, that's great. The fact that they were able to read that one so well is just brilliant. They see what's going on. They see the smokes are down, and they realize with those smokes, it might just be too much to push. They realize DNMK don't want to do that. They take that gamble stack towards B, and it pays huge dividends. I mean, it doesn't matter whether you're on the pistols or not, facing up against rifles. If you've got your players in there double peeking, if you've got them covering one another, you could still find those heads, and that's exactly what they did. They found the heads, forced DNMK to rotate off to the other site, which was undefended, and well, they got some free upgrades, and now they're walking into round 6 with rifles in hand and AKs in hand as well for at least 2 of them. So maybe you're looking for this round to be a little bit stronger here. Hopefully they can find those shots once again. We can see DNMK taking some quick mid control. Heartbreak. Gonna contest. Is Spaz gonna see him? Oh, the smoke comes down. That might just push them off, and it does. Momentum stopped for the moment. Still plenty of time to play with 1 minute 20, but DNMK got to look for something. And ooh, Custom, what a headshot onto Dweezil, just holding that angle perfectly. Gonna make DNMK a little bit worse for wear now. 4v5. Now you two spend just to play the time at the moment, really just pushing them off the angle. They're not able to push up mid. White Rabbit really just stalling them out for as long as possible. Now Heartbreak going for some aggression. He's going to find the head straight in through the blindness. Flashbangs or not, he can find those heads regardless. And that's some serious momentum gain towards B. It's going to force the rotate out as well from Spaz. It's going to make him fall off archers, which means the man has some free play there as well. Bomb is towards Banana, but now DNMK have some good map control. Question is, can they convert it with 30 seconds left? They've really got to move, and now they're going to be looking towards B. Probably the choice. Spaz is rotated back, but Lights is going to be able to hold on to one. Isn't able to find the second. That's going to be the momentum gone. DNMK should be able to get the bomb down here, but what does White Rabbit do? How do they respond to this? Are they going to go for it up against DNMK's post-plant? I mean, they have to. They're running short on cash, and if they can get this win, it'll be huge for them. See if they can find something. They are going for it, but that sweet time is definitely running out. Spaz and Papaya now making their way in there from CT and Custom, of course, towards that Banana. Got to find their way onto the site. Papaya finds Nexus. That's a good opener, but that bomb is ticking away. They don't have the time. They've just got to find this immediately. Devo's just going to get instantly one shot. The man not able to find it out, but it just doesn't matter. They didn't pull the trigger quick enough on that one. At least they found the kills. I mean, that's something at least, right?
Yeah, I mean, Custom will be happy with that 3k consolation prize, but it's not going to win them around. So as we've mentioned now, Economy has been their starting battle already. Third round already having to just relegate to a complete USP stack, and now once again looking at upgraded pistols. So economy seems to be the downfall so far of White Rabbit. I mean, it looked like a little bit of hesitation. You still had 2 players, on the A site, whereas, Spaz, he spotted out all 3 of DNMK. He knew where they planted. They had that information, but rotations were just not coming through. So White Rabbit a little bit late to respond there, and now it's costing them potentially another round. Custom still with that AK in hand could potentially be the turner for this, but he's gonna have to hit every possible shot. He is positioned towards that A site, holding for the aggression, waiting for DNMK. Divo, some good map control here. Well, good apps control now. So with teammates right behind him, it looks like they will be taking some A control here towards lane. Utility going through. They won't be meeting any sort of contention just yet, but they're already making their way towards lane. Dweezil, he's right behind these hay bales, and he's actually going to find Custom. So that's that AK already dropped for White Rabbit. It's only the upgraded pistols now. Not in a position just yet to recover that AK, but rotations are coming around here for White Rabbit because they've just finally seen DNMK. However, where is the bomb and where is the frags? Nexus instead takes out Spaz. Papaya left on site. Nicer towards here. He's not going to be in a position to help his teammates out, and it's just falling apart bit by bit for White Rabbit. There's no trades happening here, and there's no real option to do so. CO, he'll be walking into the crosses of the man, and you can see it's just perfect containment now from DNMK. They have White Rabbit literally boxed in at every corner. They're waiting for them. Does he check this corner? The man looking for extra frags and is going to find them. So it's questionable, but also like it's such a difficult situation there. You have one AK to the team, you've got pistols. What do you really do? Do you go for the stack once again? Do you try and surprise them? it's a difficult situation. It's always a 50-50 decision, but there I just don't think White Rabbit had anything really going for them when they were so spread apart with those pistols.
Yeah, and I mean, starting off the back of questionable decisions, that whole pistol round happened because of the late rotates in the previous one, and this could be the start of that fall-off that we see from White Rabbit time and time again. It's unfortunate, but they haven't been able to avoid it. It's been following them around. Oh, what a head. Lights are just going to find that immediately. Boost completely unexpected. Spaz going to get tagged a little bit through the smoke, but some very heavy aggression now being shown from DNMK up towards mid. Just taking quick control, looking for absolutely everything. So DNMK found quite a lot here. They've got those 5 rounds on the board as well. They know this win's important. They know they need it. They're looking to take it as strongly as possible. Now Spaz, wow, he's just going to swing straight around that corner there. Take the head off of the man. Brings another one down. So DNMK now find themselves 2 players down. 55 seconds left. And Spaz just swinging once again has been so crucial to hold on to things. And now White Rabbit have free reign. They can just rotate on in. The last 2 players have to push in towards B with these few remaining seconds. Trying to get in onto the site. Lighter just has to buy as much time as possible. Finds the one. Heartbreak goes down. Dweezil, the last one left. And basically nothing he can do. Peeks into the crosshairs. Spaz, once again, picking up another one for himself.
I mean, he's just been so on the ball lately. And now he's finally helping White Rabbit get those rounds back. I mean, DNMK, they were just contested to the point where they had to rotate back around. And even when they were trying to rotate, Spaz was again there to swing and take frags away, dropping numbers. DNMK, unfortunately, they were just getting picked apart one by one. And same could have been said for White Rabbit in the previous round. So that's a complete turnaround here. And that's great for them to get their 3rd round. They still have another 2, though, to find if they want to tie it out. So you can see a bit of aggression here towards B side, taking some great pacing there. Tempo is currently unmatched. They're just holding right onto that B side. So far, that utility is going to stop them just now. It's still a 3-man stack here from White Rabbit towards the B site. All 5 players of DNMK looking to take it once again. Having to slow down because of that utility, but they've made their presence known. So far, White Rabbit, they're not trying to counter-aggress anything just yet. They're still just holding onto the defenses and waiting for DNMK. Since going through now, Next is the first to lead it, to try and find the opening frags here. So far, he's going to be spotting up 2, but in a position where he can't trade it out. So Zio, he at least takes 1, but with the rest of the team of DNMK, they completely clear that B bomb side. Bomb going to be going down. Custom and Papaya now in a 2v4 retake. I don't see that this is going to be happening. I mean, Patchy, what do you think? With the money looking the way it is, surely you want to keep that open rotation.
Yeah, there's no ways this happens. Not a chance. I mean, that AWP has to find 2 at least for it to even be doable. That's, I mean, that's not a situation you really want to be in. They don't have the pacing. They don't have the positioning either. And they know it. You could see it. They don't really have the ability to take anything out yet. He's going to find the exits at least. That's, of course, what you want to do. Just take that off, that AWP up into the next round. You definitely want to lose on that. Yeah, I mean, that just came off the back of DNMK just, getting up the banana. They've got the control. Their presence is known. White Rabbit had 3 stacked on the B-bomb site, and they still couldn't hold off the push. The utility came in a little bit. It did some damage, but it wasn't there in the most crucial part of that push. It wasn't able to stop them off. The mollies weren't available to take down any of the players rushing in towards the site. And, just DNMK picking up another round. So 3-6 is that scoreline. DNMK with that 3-round lead at this point. But, I mean, we've seen both of these teams pulling out some really solid wins or really solid rounds. I mean, this could still swing either way, but it's going to be big. Custom, speaking of, you're going to go big with Dweezil's head. Taking him off the picture. DNMK, they've been picked apart like this before. Losing that first man and then one by one losing player after player. Let's see if it's a rinse and repeat of that, or if DNMK will be able to find something back, because they've definitely got to find some momentum into this round. 1 minute 15. Lights on the corner. Not going to find one. At least a little bit of info. DNMK once again stacking towards Banana, looking for anything there. This one, no aggression towards mid, and instantly Heartbreak Gonna find exactly what he was looking for. That's one player off the back. Now Heartbreak looking for the second. Lights really gonna have to fall off here. AWP not gonna be very helpful in holding on to this one unless he can take some 1v1s here. Not gonna find the swing. There it is. That's pretty much it. Bomb planted and White Rabbit on the back foot. They could potentially go for this. Spaz takes Heartbreak and they do have Custom moving up Banana, but they've really got to make this happen quickly. And we've seen White Rabbit fall off because of not being able to move in time. So let's see if they can move in time this time around. They are moving up. They've got the intention. Devo, is he going to find this shot? Oh, they know he's there and they're actually going to find him as well. Spaz with the quick pick. The man fires back. They need to find one more though. Nexus and the man, the last two remaining. Nexus is going to find one. Now Spaz knows he can't make it happen. He's just going to have to fall off. Once again, DNMK. Around.
I mean, Nexus is just charging Spaz down. He wants that last frag. No save potential there for White Rabbit. So that last rifle going out of the picture, that's just heartbreaking. But they do have the economy. It just seems like there's a little bit of hesitation. I don't know if it's just, you know, getting into that position, you know, if the players are completely caught off guard by that B take. I mean, that was beautiful positioning there by Heartbreak. He got into that corner, just waited it out, and beautiful execution there from DNMK coming through to ultimately get them the site and the round. And for White Rabbit, it just seems like there's a little bit of, I don't know, maybe a delay in the communication though. But what will not be delayed is Heartbreak going out of the server now for this round. That nade is going to find him perfectly. So with that being the case, DNMK trying to do some work. Spaz with the 2K once again. The Deagles, my, please just keep buying them because this is insane. Now it's a 2-on-4 situation immediately for DNMK. They've lost players in positions and in situations that they couldn't have thought possible. Dweezil's going to fight for tooth and nail to claw back into this round. He takes out Papaya, is going to manage to get control of the bomb, but now he has to regroup with his very low HP teammates over there. So the man, as they group up, head towards speed. SlyRsi here is not going to connect the shot. Now that's crucial. That gives DNMK a pathway towards the B side. He has to fall back here. He doesn't want to get caught out. Otherwise, once again, it's a retake situation. His teammates are all the way towards A. Zeo there with that Deagle. It just seems like the Deagle seems to be the focus here for White Rabbits. What can they do? SlyRsi on site. It's going to get double peeked. Zeo's position's now been known thanks to that spam through the smoke. So as they get the bomb down, he's trying to get aggressive early, give Custom some time around towards the flank. He's got an open hand on the other side of the map so far, but it's just going to have to come down to hitting the shots. I mean, this is bonus, right? This is a little bit of an investment on the side of White Rabbit, so they'd prefer to take this win. They'd prefer to get the shots. Dweezil, though, he's going to take Zeo finally out of the picture. Now it's all down to Custom shoulders. 1-on-2 situation. The man pretty low. Same can be said for Dweezil. Can he find the shots? He finds Dweezil. He heard those shots. He knows where the man is. He's going to find him. Timing, though, it's going to come down to it, but I think White Rabbit have just secured themselves a 4th round once again off of the back of some insane pistol plays.
Dude, this match right here is playing with my emotions. I mean, I have so much to say about that. I mean, first of all, how on earth are you gonna let Spaz peek out with a Deagle from Ninja that you just mollied and no one's looking in that direction? I mean, if you're mollying Ninja, 100% you're at least gonna check it for a split second just in case somebody is falling out of there. Because if somebody's in there, you've mollied it, they're gonna leave. So you're expecting somebody to at least push out, but they're not looking in that direction. Spaz is like, alright, cool, we'll just swing out with a Deagle. I can stand in the flames for a second or two, it's fine. I'll find both of your heads and leave. Like, how is that happening? And then, secondly, when that rotation comes through from DNMK, you're gonna miss that AWP shot on Banana? That's a big mistake right there. You have to be prepared for that shot, and missing that was huge. White Rabbit almost lost off the back of that. And then once again, the Deagle comes out and just beats DNMK for some reason. How? Why?
I just just not the meta anymore. That's what it comes down to.
Evidently not. Evidently not. I mean, yeah, what can I say? In any case, Heartbreak Blind is going to find the head of Custom. Lights are going to go down next to Devo's. DNMK looking to find a little bit of payback for that previous round. Scoreline 4-7, 55 seconds left on the clock. DNMK with all of that mid-control. Dweezil finds Zeo. That's a big one. He's going to pick up the AWP, not really the choice as he gets instantly peaked. Now it's a 3v2, Papaya and a Spaz to hold on to this one. But I mean, we've seen Spaz just touting some guns this game. definitely one to worry about. I think they should go for this one here. The rotation, of course, coming in through to B. They should be aware of it. Papaya left behind just to make sure it's not an A, but they should know by now what is going to go down, and it is going to be the bomb on B. That's what's going to go down. Question is, can Spaz find the shots? Can Papaya find the shots? We're about to find out. I mean, they need to go for this one for sure. Losing this one will not be the greatest position to be in terms of economy as well. Of course, you need those extra rounds to try and even things out against DNMK. Of course, those post plants coming double stack into Dark. Devo and Dweezil might just be completely unexpected. AK finds one. Spaz now knows he's cornered. Can't do anything. In fact, he just finds two. What? What?
Yes, Spaz! Stop this!
I literally just said he can't do anything, and he proceeds to do everything. What is this game?
Double no scope. I mean, once again, they don't need the scope on the AWP. They don't need rifles even. They just need eagles. White Rabbits are doing insane things round after round, and at this point, I think DNMK are just lost for words. I mean, I'm lost for words. How are White Rabbit getting away with this? Honestly, I mean, first, it's, as you mentioned, the double deagle in a molly in the corner that DNMK are expecting. I mean, that's the whole reason that they're mollying that off. Now, we go on a 2v2 retake situation. Down to the wire in terms of timing, and Spaz just hits some nutty no-scopes to finish it off, get the defuse, get the round as well. How do you respond to that from DNMK side? I mean, they're doing the work, they're doing their due diligence of like, okay, let's make sure we get some focus away on A, we get some frags, we rotate immediately, we have all of our procedures in place, and then it comes down to those individuals, well, specifically Spaz. I mean,
DNMK even had the positioning there. They had the positioning. They even found that opening frag. It was a 2v1, and Spaz was like, yeah, but AWP's also one shot, one kill, so... No.
Alright, well, that being the case, now DNMK, they've got some good lils in hand, some deals of their own, and an AK in the hands of Dweezil. I mean, this is a bit of a last-ditch effort in terms of the buy-ups for now. They lose that, it's going to be a reset. So Diver towards B here. Most of the players actually from DNMK towards B. Once again, looking to take it away. Zio here with the farmhouse. He's going to be peeking out for early information. But at the moment, it's all going to come down to, can they get the openers here? Can they quickly get onto this B bomb site and take out the two players? Because then it's a possibility here. Not a lot of counter utility available to White Rabbit, so Zio, he's just going to have to hit the shots. He does some damage there, but Diver ultimately with the deagle finds him out. Takes him out of the picture, so now it's all down to Lights are having to rotate back, having to wait. Spaz, you mad man with the AWP. He takes out Heartbreak. So that's a 4-on-4 situation, and make that a 4-on-3 as Lighter does get spotted out, gets taken out immediately by the man. So with that being said, now DNMK, they have their post plants. This is looking good for them. They just need to hold on to this. Retake coming through here for White Rabbits. I mean, all players stacked towards construction and CT. Not a lot of options in terms of that front, but they just have to hit the shots. They have to find the openers once again. It has to be a synchronized push here. Have to be careful around every corner. Spaz and Papaya doing the damage. Nexus is still here holding on tooth and nail to this round. He's got back up in the form of Dweezil, and at this stage, there's no opportunity here. Spaz is going to get taken out. They finally figured out how to get him out of the picture and not have to worry about the insane no-scopes. But that still was coming down a little bit to the wire, but at least with the buy-up that DNMK did, I mean, they didn't have the best of guns. They didn't have the best firepower. And they made it work. They found a beautiful round there. And, I mean, as we go into round 14, I feel a little bit flustered, really.
Yeah, I mean, where was this White Rabbit 5 games ago where... we really wanted to see them, you know, being able to cross the line. And, I mean, they haven't yet done all of it, but, I mean, they're starting to do it. They're starting to put some crazy hits on the board. That's what we've been waiting for. Heartbreak going to open things up onto Lighter One, down onto Zio. So, yeah, AWP touting up here towards B has been pretty big. I mean, against pistols, really not much else you can really do. Spaz towards the back. He doesn't have AWP in hand. He's got P250. And, yeah, that's not too much to work with. White Rabbits, pistol round not really working out for them. They're going to drop all of those players. Weasel going to swing, get one. Spaz, the last one left alive. They don't even have to challenge him, really, but they're still going to. Rushing up towards B. Spaz, obviously, not much else he can do. Too much pressure. He has to fall off and should be sniffed out momentarily, but... I I mean, this round down, regardless, they can go into the next one and potentially close things out with a 6-9. I mean, that is a decent scoreline if I've seen any.
Yeah, going into now what would be the White Rabbit T side in the next half, if they can keep up that sort of momentum, then yeah, fantastically. They've at least given themselves a buffer to claw back at DNMK, and it's all going to come down to that first pistol run. But we'll have to wait for that to come to fruition. Now, White Rabbit, with that save, they're going to be able to buy up into this round. AWP in the hands of SlyRsi. Not a lot of utility, really, to be spread across the board, but enough, I think, if they can use it sparingly. Towards B they go, taking some initial aggression here. They're going to get flashed off of positioning, and they have to hightail it back to B because all 5 players of DNMK are looking to take this aggression right to them quite quickly. So as they finally get some good control, once again, they've been so good at doing that. They're so good at getting up to this point, and then they can have the options. They can take their time to make the decision and set up executions. SlyRsi, he's creeping closely. Yeah. With that AWP trying to get aggressive here, trying to get an early frag, and he's gonna just scope out just at the wrong time. CSGO. So he goes down, no opportunities there to really get trades to clap back, but Spaz is still on site fighting it out. Nexus with the spray does the damage. Zio's still on site, but he's so low on HP, what can he really do? And Papaya through the smoke alone, trying to get aggressive early, but it's a little bit too late. Now it's all down to Custom in a 1v3 situation. Once again, he has to do it all. I mean, this is their last opportunity to get around in this first half on the CT side. He's been spotted out. DNMK, they've got 3 players to just hold the crossfires. They're going to finish it off in style. 10-5 is our scoreline. And at the moment, I mean, DNMK, they're leading by rounds because they have constantly just been playing the mind games. But with White Rabbit, the rounds that they've been winning, I feel like need a special mention. Especially what needs a special mention is that Spaz is sitting on 21 for 10.
Yeah, that's... That's definitely worth a special mention for sure. Spaz really been popping off this game. I mean, we've seen him do some crazy, crazy things. But he's going to have to pull some more crazy things off for White Rabbit here in the second half, of course, now as we move into half number 2, where the sides have been switched. White Rabbit now on the T side as we start that second pistol round of the game. Are they going to be able to find it? Is the T side going to be where they shine, or are they going to fall off once again? Who knows? I mean, White Rabbit have been really stepping up their game this time around. Haven't been able to close it in the first half, but they certainly could this time, unless Heartbreak has anything to say about it. And, well, he's got plenty to say about it. He's got a nice headshot waiting around the corner for Zio. The rest of White Rabbit, though, looking towards A. Going to be Spaz holding a little bit back. He will be taking up a Heartbreak once again. The man finds another shot, and White Rabbit getting overwhelmed. Just nothing they can do against these USPs.
Just playing around the corners, playing around the boxes, beautifully executed there from DNMK. And once again, that seems to come down to it. So DNMK, they've got their procedures, they've got their points in play, and you can look at this. It's just sheer confidence right now. They've got this in check. They're calm, they're collected, and they're clinical, really. I mean, they did not drop a single player. And it's coming down to just calmly, okay, wait, you know, White Rabbit are coming at me, but I'm going to take my time playing around this pillar and just take them out bit by bit. So it's crispy right now for DNMK. That's the best word that I can think of. But ultimately, it's coming down to White Rabbit having to go back to the pistols, having to go back to a little bit of the drawing board because they need to get some money now. This is unfortunately not a round that they can really afford to invest into, because if they lose that, that's pretty much it. That's the 12th round for DNMK, then the 13th. So this is the money point right now. This is the pivotal place for them to get back into this. They need to get something here. If they can get the objective, they can get the bomb down. That's an opportunity for them to get back into this. But DNMK, they're reading this perfectly. They've got 3 players towards B. The man just spraying it out. Zio is going to find Heartbreak, and with the Glock's actually doing some damage. They take 2 players on the B side with that upgraded MP9 in the hands of Zio. They take 3. They get the bomb. This is extra money. This is what White Rabbit needed. This is fantastic. Now it's a 2-on-2 situation. Nexus and Divo coming up Banana, looking for that retake. Spaz once again doing what Spaz does best with 5 HP. He does some significant damage now. Zio has the MP9 position, doesn't seem to be known just yet as Nexus and Divo head on to this retake. He's going to find Nexus looking for the Divo, but Divo instead is going to clutch it out. So that's the 12th round for DNMK. Quite an expensive one to grab, but at least they have the rounds on the board to play around with. Whereas for White Rabbit, great news. Money is reset. Yeah. You guys have got an opportunity to buy up.
Great news indeed. That is exactly what they were looking for. And unfortunately, they couldn't close it out, but they did so much damage to the side of DNMK. And ultimately, that's really all they needed to do at that point. You know, they started out with Glocks and they almost won it, which was pretty big. And if they had taken that one, that would have been insane. That would have been fantastic for them. But they did the damage, at least, and that is going to mean that things are slightly easier for them going into this one. You can see some FAMASAs here on the hands of DNMK. Dweezil and Heartbreak going to be picking those ones up, and an MP9 in the hands of Nexus. So a little bit less than they would have liked. The firepower is in the hands of White Rabbit. They've got the 8Ks. Economy a little bit more easy to manage on that T side, and certainly going to utilize it to as much advantage as they can. But they've got to turn that into a win. They've got to find the rounds right here and right now, because DNMK, one more swing of the match flow could mean match point. And of course, White Rabbit don't want to let that happen. They need to find so many rounds right here. And I mean, this is the situation that White Rabbit have been time and time again. Every round, every match that we've seen them in, they perform so well, but they're just not able to find that close. They're not able to find the rounds that they need at the end of the day and cross that line. And well, they might just fall victim to that again unless they can make something happen here. All looking towards B. Trying to find the opening. The man is boosted up. He's going to find one head, but won't be able to close it out. And that's a big one. The trade is there, though, but Dweezil not able to find one once again, so it's only a 1-for-1. White Rabbit have quite a bit of information, and now they're moving. This is doable. Definitely doable, but the time is certainly running out for them. They're going to have to find everything, and they won't. Evo and Dweezil, absolute solid anvils here on the sites. Just going to be able to anchor it, no problem. Fire goes down, and DNMK, they're going to pick up the 13th, and now things are looking a little bit tough for White Rabbit.
I mean, Dweezil and Diver are literally just closing it out to perfection there, so that's fantastic. They didn't really drop anything noteworthy. They kept all their guns, they kept all their players on the board, whereas with White Rabbit, as we mentioned, this is not looking great. So pistols, you're down to a 5-13 scoreline. If you don't win this, that's the 14th for DNMK. You're going to be going up into a fire round, but then DNMK are already playing for match points, so the stress is high, emotions must be running, and now they're going to be running right towards B. They're going to find the man, the Tech9 doing the damage. Dweezil with the spray down, he takes 3, he takes 4! Okay, so that's please, my heart needs some breaks here, but Dweezil, he's just looking for more. He's heading towards that ace potential, he's finding Spaz, he's gonna get him! There we go! DNMK, that's the hype you need. That's a beautiful way to finish it off. I mean, just look at this. Oh,
what a disgusting spray down.
Once again, it's crispy.
That is so crispy. That is just mega crispy right there. That is exact. I mean, as soon as I saw those Tech9s rushing in and getting that first opener, I thought DNMK were going to fall apart. I was like, wow, these Tech9s are going to be able to do something here. And then suddenly, the spray down, he was like, nah, you know what? You're going to try push this, but my spray down is going to be absolutely perfect. And he finds every single one of those. White Rabbit, they're just not in a good position. Heartbreak finds a double opener to make things even more difficult for White Rabbit. This could be the end. This could be the final showing for White Rabbit. They're just going to fall one by one. Nothing they can do. Zio, the last one with the AWP. Can he even find one? He's going to miss the shot. He finds the second one at least. It hits home, but that's just absolutely not what you want. The positioning is just... it can't come through. DNMK, they've got that match point, and they're not looking to slow down one little bit. They're looking to close this out right here, right now. And Spaz is relegated to the scout.
I think it's just a beautiful day of CSGO for DNMK. They've got all the hype in their camp right now. They are brimming with confidence. They have the momentum. They have the hype. And they're looking to get their 16-5 win, the first of which that they're hoping to get for this weekend, because that will get them out of relegation. And so far, they're looking convincing to do so. The man taking some aggression. His teammates following up. Spaz at least does get the return onto Heartbreak, so that's at least a 1-for-2 trade. But the numbers game isn't working out for White Rabbit so far. As they head up to try and get some map control towards A sites, they're just getting damaged bit by bit. Dweezil, he's still fighting them out. Diver's going to find Zio. That's the flank towards A. At least Custom finds a kill onto Dweezil. Only one player, the man, on the B-bomb side as Diver rotates around. Nexus still towards that A site, and now Spaz and Custom, they have to do it all. AK's in hand at least, so bit of a better gun this time to work with Spaz. You have to find the openers, however, as well as Custom. as they slowly group up, and the same can be said for DNMK. The man and Diver here, they're getting into position. They're holding on to this 2-on-3 situation. Nexus still towards that A site. So for now, it's just going to be focusing on the 2-on-2. Divo, the man, he's going to find Spaz, and Custom gets taken out almost immediately. So DNMK 16-5. I mean, that is a beautiful performance from them, especially off of the back of some crazy rounds from White Rabbits.
Yeah, and White Rabbits' run coming to a close. They aren't able to close it out. They're not able to get that win that they were desperately searching for. And despite an amazing performance coming out from Spaz, they just weren't able to close the line. Meanwhile, the run for DNMK has only just begun because, of course, to get out of that relegation, they're going to have to win another one. So what an insane performance. What a crazy set of rounds there. What a crazy game. Let's see what our analysts have to say about it right over back to you at the desk.
Thank you, S-Proxy and Patchy. Thank you for those kind words. And everything, I mean, you said is totally true. I mean, we were talking about it as well. I mean, the win is good, but it's not the end. I mean, one more is still needed by DNMK. We need to see another 16 from them.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and tomorrow is definitely gonna be the decider. And yes, with the way this match started, well, White Rabbit Gaming went off to a good start, got those 2 rounds, and then the shift really happened, and that is when DNMK got those initial few rounds, and they just kept steam rolling through until the point they won, and it was some good moments that we witnessed.
I mean, DNMK, look at this. They are still. It shows that they are at 7, but I mean, they will be obviously going up if anything, and they'll be put up if out there. I mean, they have one more game, and if they win that one, they'll be put up on another spot. I mean, if we talk about it, but White Rabbit, 7 played, 7 lost. You've casted their games.
Yeah.
Where do you think they are lacking? I mean, where do you think they need to work much more than the other things? I mean, they are the 8th. I mean, they have to work on a lot of things. But which is one thing that catches your eye?
Well, Ocean, it's like the end of the journey for White Rabbit, pretty much donezo. But well, if you could talk about the game that we just saw right now, it was just Spaz that was playing from the steam. He's got 23 kills, despite the fact that the other players were just in single digits. And well, this certainly shows that you just cannot rely on that one player. It's a team game, like we call it, and every single player has to contribute, if not equally, but has to give in something, right? Every single moment it was Spaz that was doing things for this particular team. But if you talk about DNMK on the other hand side, oh my goodness, those shots, the players, everyone, they just stepped up every single moment.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be having a look at the MVP as well, as we'll be discussing much more things in the favor of, DNMK.
Yeah.
And so talk about that ace that happened, right? The ace that, one spray taking down 4 players, and Divo coming out with 1.48 impact rating. I mean, this is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. That AK, but talk about that AK spray. One whole magazine was finished off, and 4 players were just blown into thin air.
I mean, you were talking about it, and you said impressive recoil control, right?
Yes.
How, just explain, like, what happened in that situation. I mean, we all saw there were 4 people lying down, but what actually happened, like the symphony that was out there with the kills?
More than that, it was the mistake of White Rabbit Gaming. They just came in his line of fire, and while he was spraying one after the other, they just kept on coming, and they were kind of punished.
I mean, these were the things that happened in CSGO's storyline. But, well, let's have a look at the prize pool as well. I mean, what is at stake? Fixers, guide me through it.
Well, you've got 1 million rands, the total prize pool. For Season 1, we have 500,000. The same goes for Season 2. For Counter-Strike, we have 338,000 rands and 338,000 rands. And then we have $493,000 for rands, in fact, for PUBG Mobile. And this shows how this game has grown throughout the globe. And, well, through other games we also did see. So this is really good, considering how the esports scene in Africa has really stepped up.
I mean, it has actually stepped up. And talking about PUBG Mobile, as you're saying, right? The finals are awaiting us just for a few days. I mean, that's where it all just comes down. And CSGO is what we have seen. If we're talking about it, we saw FIFA today. We saw Tekken for the mid game. We were talking about, and those were some amazing games. But if anything, I would say it's time to take your leave and thanks a lot for this wonderful journey that has been going on. Thanks a lot to Nodwin Gaming and Jinx TV. We are talking about all the things that are happening. I mean, Tekken and CSGO and obviously FIFA coming up. And with that, we'll be, taking your leave. And tomorrow is the time that we're going to be seeing you. So thank you for watching. See you guys around tomorrow. Stay safe, stay indoors. Peace out.